Okay, so paper bottles. Well, I think we are crazy, but we're going to keep trying and we're going to launch our bottle to the market. Just a quick explanation. Okay, so Frugalpac is a very small business. We've been running now for maybe 4 or 5 years. We've launched one product, which is a recyclable paper coffee cup. Our second product, which we've now launched to the market, is the Frugal bottle. Okay, as you can see, it is a completely paper construction. So all the mechanical properties, the forces are all withstood by the paper shell. And on the inside of the paper shell, we have a plastic liner. So if you think of our product, it is very similar to a standard bag-in-box, but a much smaller format, which allows the art workers and the brand to take advantage of all the different printing options that are available. Okay, so we manufacture our product out of these flat cardboard components. Yeah, there are three separate cardboard components: a front, a back, and a base. And we provide the machines, we manufacture the machines that assemble them into the final finished bottle. Okay, so the bottle itself is made from 90% recycled paper, and the paper part of the bottle is nearly 90%. It's like 85% of the bottle is pure paper. Okay, our bottle weighs around 83 grams. So if you think about it, you have a significant saving of weight when you move our bottle around. Okay, so you use the bottle and you fill the bottle in exactly the same way. Okay, the plastic that goes on the inside allows us to significantly reduce the carbon footprint of our product, and our bottle has approximately 1/6 of the carbon, or uses 1/6 of the carbon, the energy to create, than an equivalent glass bottle. Okay, we've designed the bottle to be as compatible as possible with conventional filling lines. So the bottle is designed to go down normal filling lines, to be blown, inflated with air in the bottle to remove inclusions. We also have very clean production methods to prevent anything from going inside. And we do not pose the same risk of glass contamination in our bottle that you get from normal glass bottles. We've designed the bottle to use a standard ROPP closure. Yeah, and this can be applied with the same capping heads that apply a standard aluminium Stelvin type closure. You'll notice that ours is significantly shorter in length compared to normal glass bottles, and that is to reduce the amount of plastic in the neck of our bottle. Okay, so we're in the market now. We've launched with our test market, Cantina Goccia, who are an Italian wine producer. And we're also about to launch other bottles. We're launching a gin bottle later this year. We're also sending bottles out for testing in Japan. We've done all our shelf life testing. We have approximately 1 year shelf life. We're actually working to improve this. We think we can get 18 months shelf life with our product. And we've done, lots of filling line testing. We're starting to talk to lots of people. We know the equipment changes that are required to process the Frugal bottle. Okay. What I think I want to talk about is the business model. So our business model is not about selling bottles. Okay. We have a production facility here in the UK, and we can provide 10, 20, 30,000 test bottles to trial in the marketplace. But our business model is about providing the machine to manufacture your own bottles. Okay, it might be possible with businesses combining that one machine is bought by multiple businesses to produce lots of different Frugal bottles or lots of different artworks. Okay, we don't want to sell you also the components. The whole idea is we can give you the specification, yeah, and you can buy your own components locally. Yeah, so that you're not buying the components from us. How we make our money is we make a little bit of profit on the machine and the equipment, but we also take a small royalty for every bottles that the machine manufactures. Okay. At the moment, the bottle samples we're able to provide, the small quantities, the 10, 20,000, these are approximately €550 per thousand. So it is quite expensive at the moment because we're obviously very, very small volumes. But as you start to increase or buy your own equipment, the cost saving is significant. Okay. So to finish, I suppose, is talk about the benefits, the real benefits to the consumer. In the UK, where it's difficult to get rid of glass, it's very, very simple because we can now recycle this in the home. So we split the bottle, rip it apart, take the plastic out, and we've got a plastic and we have paper. Okay, so the paper goes into mixed paper recycling. The plastic can be recycled with plastic. In the UK, it's not common. So at the moment, this is still waste. Yeah, but the environmental benefits of the product are still extremely significant compared to glass. We use only a quarter of the water in the production methods than glass, yeah, and the energy costs, as we've gone before, are significantly smaller. If you think about walking down your supermarket and you see a big shelf full of glass bottles, we have something that obviously stands out, something that you can make your own, something that you can put your own branding, something that can be printed, 360 degrees, to communicate your brands. And I think marketing departments especially find the prospect of the frugal bottle very exciting. If anyone has any questions, obviously we'll try and answer these through the presentation which Susanna has prepared, and we'll send that out for Victor to distribute after the presentation. But if anyone has any questions, I don't know whether, hi, yes.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes. Yes, John, we've got the chat, and if anybody has a question, just can write it and we'll launch to you. Thank you very much for this visual presentation, and thank you for following our recommendations about not using PowerPoint. I think it's very clear how it's made, and how it can be recyclable. So thank you very much for doing it this way. I don't know if there is somebody that wants to launch a question. Just to stress out what is really important to use this kind of packaging. You talk about sustainability. You talk about a very easy way to be different in the supermarket, because you can cover all the package with your information or with your image. Any other advantage of this?
Okay, so other advantage is actually insulation. Okay, so when you put it into the fridge, yeah, it obviously cools down in the same way. When you take it out, because there is an air gap, a barrier between the cardboard and the plastic, the white wine will stay colder for much longer. Yeah. So other advantages are it's very, very light, and also allows people to get the product into different markets. There are lots of markets such as the outdoor entertainment venues and airlines and things that don't want to have potentially dangerous or heavy glass bottles. And we think the frugal bottle is a way to allow wine bottles to be allowed into festivals. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the logistic issues?
So the logistic issues, yeah. So when you buy bottles, you're obviously limited by volume. You're sending air, big bottles filled with air around, and it's very, very expensive and very, very heavy. Our bottles, obviously, you're sending that. Yeah. So if we fill the bottle and we manufacture the bottle at the fillers, yeah, we're sending very, very, very small components. So we can send, maybe 10 frugal bottles for every normal glass bottle, and the weight is obviously significantly reduced, which all adds to the environmental benefits and the reduced carbon footprint of our product. It also obviously saves a lot of storage space at the fillers, because you're not storing pre-assembled bottles, you're only making them as required for filling. Yeah.
And what about when they are full of wine? What about that? Is it easy to carry them, to put one bottle over the other one?
Yeah, so in the presentation that you'll see, we've done lots of transit trials, we've done storage trials, and you treat the bottle in very much the same way. We've assumed that the pallets are stacked 4 bottles high, yeah, and that you will also double stack the pallets. So we've assumed that the bottle is going to have at least 7 other bottles on top, and the pallet and the packaging materials, and the strength of the bottle is obviously significant. At the moment, we're working on a new revised profile, which actually increases the top load performance from 20 kilos to 30 kilos of force. Okay. Now, this actually brings me on to an important point, and that's about the capping. Okay. Because when you apply a traditional aluminium cap to our bottles, yeah, you have to apply a lot of top force onto the cap, which is why we've designed a neck feature here, yeah, which is the bottle must be supported during the application of the cap and the capping performance. So it requires equipment suppliers to make small modifications to their change parts to be able to accommodate the frugal bottle.
Okay, thank you very